bienvenidos. What's good? Hi friends, happy after Christmas day. I am filming this actually the day that I just came back from my daughter's school. We just built gingerbread houses. I didn't get any icing on my clothes. I'm very happy about that. We didn't end up with a gingerbread house. We ended up with a hot cocoa stand. I let my kids do whatever, let them have fun, let them glue whatever they want with icing. I'm not a very OCD mom when it comes to that. If I remember, I'll insert a picture somewhere so you guys can see it. So anyway, if you did celebrate Christmas, I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I am wrapping up the year and sharing with you guys this week things that are coming up for next year. I wanted to sit down and at least let you guys know what to expect next year when it comes to project pans and things that I'm anticipating and wanting to do. So if that's something you're interested, stay tuned. Like I said, I just came back from my daughter's school, so I got nothing on but lip gloss and a minimal amount of makeup because it's one of those days and I'm cool with that. I'm cool. I got my Santa, retro Santa, vintage Santa, whatever you want to call it. It was like red. It was candy cane day in my kid's school. So it was red and white day. So I wore my red and white with, I don't know if it was smart to wear white, but the icing was white. So it worked out in the end anyway. Yeah, no. Anyway, so I've already shared this with my members in my memberships, what potential project pans I'm going to have next year. So I wanted to share with you guys. You guys asked and you want to know. So here I am letting you guys know exactly what project pans to expect next year. So I've already realized I've been panning for years now, quite a bit of years. Even before it was a trend, I did it as a tag. I've mentioned this before. It started out as a tag on YouTube and now it's become this big community, which I absolutely love. So I've learned that too little of project pans, I crave for more, but too many project pans, I basically fail and don't do any panning at all. So I've learned that five project pans a year is my sweet spot. I really enjoy that much rotation, things that are a little bit different, and how I structure my project pans. And I'm letting you guys know this just in case you are new or feel burnt out. Maybe this might be suggestions for you guys. When I think about my project pans that I choose to do, I really think about the style of project pans that I do, because obviously I am not the best at lipstick project pans, so I'm not going to have 5 project pans that involve lipstick. I try to give a little bit of variety in each of my project pans to allow myself to spread myself throughout my makeup and not hone down on just one thing for all 5 projects. And I think that's where a lot of people fail and feel burnt out, because they have 5 project pans, but they all involve hitting pan on eyeshadows. And I think that's just overly, like, it's too much for somebody to do. So I try to think about it and choose project pans that allow me to have variety. No different from when I picked classes in college. I kid you not. I picked hard ones with easy ones each semester to give myself a good balance. That's exactly what I do with my project pan. So I'm going to go run through real quickly which ones I'm choosing and letting you guys know exactly what to expect. So first and foremost, you guys know Pan Those Eyeshadows will be coming back. I will be throwing another little twist into that project pan to make it fun next year, but I am bringing back Pan Those Eyeshadows. You guys picked it, so that'll be my first project pan, and that'll be my only project pan that is the one that I will hit eyeshadow pans in. There will be no other project pan that I will be focusing on hitting pan in eyeshadows. So I wanted to make that clear because I know myself and I can't hit pans on a lot of things. And if I'm going to have 3 project, like it didn't make sense for me to have project level up and pan those eyeshadows. Too much for me. I would quit one of the ones real quick. Number 2, pan that face palette is also coming back. Those 2 are the project pans you guys love to see, the ones that get the most views, the ones that get the most engagement, and I enjoy them a lot. So I will be doing pan that face palette. Again, if you saw my finale, you know exactly how I'm going to think. I think I'm going to structure it, or I'm going to change it up again this year. You guys know I love changing things up to keep it fresh for you guys. So those are my 2 veteran project pans that I will be bringing back next year. One's eyeshadows, one is face products. Face, highlight brush, blush and bronzer kind of project pans. The third one that I'm going to bring back, that I will be bringing back, is Deck of Panning. Deck of Panning is the one that is the fun one. That's the project pan I use for usage goals, for things in my whole entire makeup collection that involve usage. So unless the prompt comes up that it's in it for the long haul, or I have to specifically hit pan or finish a product, that is a project pan I will be using for usage goals. And you guys know my favorite number is 8. So that's the number that I will be using, but it will be coming back. I think it's so much fun. I love the whole mystery of it and the whole, like, I gotta find something quick because this is what the prompt is and I'm currently filming. I love that. I live for that. So we're gonna bring that one back. There is a new one coming up. The fourth one that I'm definitely going to do, and I'm gonna start, is going to be Project 50 Uses. Now, this is replacing my Pan That palette version that I did this past year. I am gonna change it up. I love the Project 100 Use Club thing that I know Geek Chic does, and that, oh my goodness, somebody else does it. But for me, 100 uses is way too much time for me to dedicate to a product. I'd get bored. I just know me. I would get bored. So I cut it in half for 50 uses, because if I were to use something 25 times a month, it'll hold me up to at least 2.5 months. So a product will be with me for 2.5 months. But here's the thing. I will only be using it for eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to start out slow with this project and see how I work with it. I want to get more use out of my palettes, but not necessarily having the goal of hitting pan. I just want to organically use my palettes and enjoy them. So this is where I found that I could bring in a few palettes this year, depending on how quickly I go through them, and be able to get usage out of them, show that they're well loved. In the beginning, I'll start choosing my palettes, and maybe I'll randomize it halfway through the year if I'm starting to not want to choose certain palettes. I might do that. For now, I'm going to choose what I want to choose, but that's going to be a new project that I will be doing this year, is Project 50 Uses. So that'll take place over the Project Level Up as well, because it's kind of like the same concept, just that I don't want to hit pan. The only project pan that I want to hit eyeshadow pans in is pan those eyeshadows. That's the only one I want to do that for. The fifth and final one, you guys, is basically my pan 24 products in 2024. So I haven't made my list yet. I will do a whole video showing you exactly what I'm choosing for 24 products, but that'll be my fifth and final project pan that I will be doing. I did it this year, I did it last year, and I want to continue to do it this year. The most products I'll bring in is 24. If I only get 22 products, fine. If I only get 23 products, that's fine. I'm not really anal about having to have 24 products because it's 2024. I just want to at least have a minimum of 20 products. And I like to space it out, have a different variety of products in them, so then I know exactly what I'm targeting. So I'm not going to have 5 foundations. That's impossible for me to use up in 1 year unless they're basically almost all done. So I'm still tweaking that list. So this is why I didn't film that yet, because I haven't really honed down on it. Mainly because I already made a list and a few things I've already used up. So I'm holding off until I really get a good grip of exactly what I want to pan for 2024. And I do want to have challenging products, but also easy products at the same time, because I don't want to feel like a failure having too many hard products. So as you guys can see, I'm only choosing 5 project pans, and all 5 of them are not the same. They're different. Some have an element of surprise to them. Some have an element of me being controlling of it, what I choose, what comes in, what comes out. And I have a little bit more of a, grip on the products. So I like to do a variety of different things. I can't overwhelm myself. I don't want to overwhelm myself. 5 seems to be, like, 4 is my golden number, but I add a 5th one because I know some of them are a little bit easier, less strict on me, so then I can have more time to use or meet my goals in them. So I'm not really going to be too on myself for those products. So that's what I have for 2024, you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like the variety that you're going to see next year? Is there some project pans that you've seen that you might want me to consider doing? I could throw in some sort of like short-term project pan, maybe for the summertime, maybe for the fall, things like that I don't mind doing. It just all depends on where I stand with these project pans, how well I'm doing, how much I'm enjoying them, if it's even worth me investing my time to add another project pan. I just don't like the feeling of being burnt out or overwhelmed and then disappointing you guys for not showing you guys good progress. I feel more pressure on myself because I don't show progress in some project pans because I'm doing too much, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. So I wanted to share with you guys. You guys wanted to know, and I told you guys that I would make a separate video of this. So here it is, you guys. Let me know what you guys think of 2024. Those are just the project pans that I am definitely going to be doing. Anything else, just let me know in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to consider it and write it down for maybe incorporating it the following year or in between in the year somehow, some way. So anyway, that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. More videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then,